Good evening. We begin tonight with a tragic start to the Canada Day weekend. One person is dead and two others seriously injured in a crash east of our city. Now, it happened just after 12:30 this afternoon on Highway 16 and Highway 303.
There were two involved in the one vehicle, and the vehicle that's on the road here, there was one occupant, and two occupants have gone to the hospital.
Lloydminster RCMP say the driver of the SUV was turning left on 303 when he was struck by the westbound vehicle on Highway 16. The passenger, an elderly woman, died on scene. Both male drivers have life-threatening injuries and were airlifted to Saskatoon Hospital. An RCMP collision reconstructionist is on scene as the investigation continues. Now, RCMP say to expect delays in the area. Now, the victim's name is not being released. Lloydminster RCMP have announced that they have arrested a woman who is considered armed and dangerous. Sarah Manners was wanted in connection with an armed robbery at a local hotel parking lot on June 11th. Now, the 25-year-old was arrested in the border city and is currently in custody. 26-year-old Stephen William Thorne and 25-year-old Timothy Richard Gunn have also been arrested in connection to the incident. Now, police say the robbery was targeted and related to the illegal drug trade in Lloydminster. Well, a 23-year-old Lloydminster man is facing several charges after police conducted a traffic stop overnight. Now, the driver and passenger were wanted out of Lloydminster and other detachments. Shane Rowland James Thomas is facing 2 new charges, not including the 8 warrants he had from before. Now, police say he was also in possession of methamphetamine. Meanwhile, Thomas was ticketed for having his vehicle unregistered, uninsured, and for an improper license plate. He's expected to appear in court on August 5th. Police have not released the passenger's name. Well, Saskatchewan motorists can now see tougher penalties for impaired and distracted driving thanks to new traffic rule changes by Saskatchewan Government Insurance. Now, Bart Patiasic joins us in studio and has the latest. Bart?
We're happy to see
today the new rules go into effect, and according to local RCMP, the new sanctions being placed on drivers who commit offences is similar to rules you would see in Alberta and BC.
We're happy to see that Saskatchewan is getting on board with the stiffer penalties for impaired driving and the sanctions that can come along with those.
Constable Grant Kurtzinger says the local detachment is pleased with the new rules, as he says they now have more options when charging drivers on the Saskatchewan side. Sanctions are stricter on drivers who are found with a 0.04 to 0.08 blood alcohol content. First-time offenders will now see a 3-day immediate roadside suspension, 21-day suspension, and 7-day vehicle impoundment for second-time offenders, and those facing their third offense or more will see a 90-day suspension, 14-day impoundment, and a new mandatory ignition interlock for 1 year. Those caught using their cell phones or other electronics while driving may have their cars taken away, as the new rules allow police to impound your vehicle for 7 days if it's your second offense. The changes have been 2 years in the making, after the Saskatchewan government released a study on the increase of fatalities on provincial highways.
In 2012, there were 183 fatalities in the province, and that was almost a record year for fatalities. So the government decided to take action, and they formed a special committee on traffic safety.
It's still too early to tell if the stricter punishments will deter those texting and driving, but Constable Kurtzinger hopes it's a good start.
I hope that it creates awareness and makes people think twice before they pick up and answer their cell phone or send that quick text message while they're waiting.
Bart Patiasic, Newcap News.
As well as stricter penalties for drivers, SGI has also changed a number of other rules, including making booster seats mandatory for kids under the age of 7 and new equipment requirements for motorcycle riders. You can see a complete list of rule changes online at sgi.sk.ca. Nairman?
Thank you, Bart. Now, as the weather heats up, more construction happens on the roads, and well, that could lead to serious collisions. Now, you may think some drivers know what to do when they pass by emergency crews or construction workers, but as Anna Stanislaw explains, not many follow the rules, and that can be the difference between life or death.
Jeff Kurzinger has only been working on the job for 2 months, but says he sees many drivers not following the rules.
Not slowing down near us and not following where the barricades are, driving down the wrong side of the road.
There's been many instances across the industry that where flag people especially have been struck by vehicles that either weren't paying attention to the signage that was oncoming.
Construction companies say they will always have signs posted.
They're there for a reason to ensure safety of our workers and the safety of people that are passing through those zones.
But we have equipment moving around here. If they're not careful, they could get caught by an excavator or hit one of us.
But it's not just construction. Police say many drivers are not following the law when it comes to passing emergency vehicles or scene of an accident.
We understand that when you see lights behind you, people get nervous. Some people just stop wherever they are in the roadway. This is really dangerous because we know the rule and that you're supposed to pull over to the right.
Whether it's a police car or a fire truck with their lights passing through, RCMP says chances are there are likely more vehicles to follow behind and are reminding drivers to make sure to shoulder check before pulling back onto the road.
And if you're passing emergency crews on the side of the road, slow down to 60 kilometers per hour.
Provides us space to conduct our business and do our jobs, as well as provide safety for those that we're dealing with.
Anna Stanislaw, Newcap News.